Could you tell me what we can expect from tonight, from the concert?
Well, I can't really tell you exactly what you can expect because I don't really know what to expect myself. But that's the way I like it, you know. I like to. That's why live music's a good thing, because until you put the audience together with the band, you never know what's going to happen. It's like a chemical reaction, you know. And sometimes it's like mixing water and oil and it doesn't mix and it's terrible. And sometimes it's like putting water and magnesium and it goes like that. So I'm hoping for the second type, but you never know until it starts.
But how do you prepare for a show, for touring?
I don't know, you train at drinking a lot. You have to be very, very good at drinking, and I've been practicing a lot now. And then you have to be good at smoking lots of cigarettes as well, but still being able to sing. And then you have to remember to eat now and again.
But isn't it a physical stress to be on stage often?
Yeah, I suppose so, but it's the only exercise I ever get. So it's, you know, it's a good job. Otherwise, that's why I'm quite thin still. If we ever stopped touring, I'd probably be out here, you know, like Orson Welles or something.
Do you prefer touring, or do you also love to be in the studio?
I don't love to be in the studio. The thing I prefer most out of anything to do with music is actually writing songs, because that's the most exciting bit, when you suddenly play something and you realise that it could be a song and it could be something good, and you get that kind of like a little flash of something's happening, and that's the most exciting thing. Then playing live can be really exciting. Being in the studio is more stressful because it's like trying to capture the spirit of something, and that can always be difficult, and if you don't get it right, then you feel really bad.
How do you work? Where did you get the ideas for the songs?
Oh, just anywhere, you know. It's just people who I meet and things that I've done in my life. Not always happy things, but just I can only really sing about things that have happened to me because I need to feel hello. I need to feel emotionally involved in what I'm doing. Otherwise, I can't be bothered to do it. Hi. Because in the rest of my life, I'm not a very emotional person. So it's only really on stage or in songs that I get emotional. And so I guess that's why I have to write about things that are real and mean something to me.
Why aren't you emotional?
I don't know.
The rest of your life?
I will have to probably go and see a psychiatrist or something for him to have a look in my cot.
Do you have musical idols?
I don't agree with having idols of any kind, but there's people who I respect and who I admire what they've done. For instance, Serge Gainsbourg, Scott Walker. And I like bands that are around now. I like Oasis, and I like Supergrass. I like Stereolab. I like lots of music from different... I like a lot of film soundtracks and stuff like that. Any kind of music that kind of somehow gives you an idea of the person behind it. You know, when you listen to a song, you feel that you get to know something about that person. You know, it's like a little bit of their personality. I don't really, you know, I don't like people who hide behind music. I think they should use music to say something about themselves.
How would you explain your music?
Like this. I'd mind that. Well, you can't explain music. That's a good thing. That's why people like it, because it's a tenuous thing, because you can't say how it works. You know, you hear a certain arrangement of notes, and for some reason, when you hear it, it makes you feel good. And there's no kind of logical reason why that should happen. It's something that kind of goes straight to there, and that's why people like music. And so the more people try and explain it and say why it does something, the further they get away from the spirit of it. Man.
What do you think about people putting your music into a word like Britpop?
Well, it's horrible. That was just a term, you know. I mean, that's dead in England now. I suppose it was... That rubbish really smells horrible, doesn't it? You know, from the dustbins down there.
Yeah.
It's disgusting,
It's
isn't it?
very, well,
Disgusting,
smells
yeah.
strong.
Britpop, as a term, was just something invented by the English newspapers to... I mean, something did happen in the UK over the last couple of years. For a long time, the music scene was rubbish, and then it did get better, and a lot of good bands happened. So that's true, and to react to that, I think they called it Britpop, but, I mean, the bands haven't really got much to do with each other. And for instance, we've been around for 15 years, so we're older than most of the bands. In fact, lots of them weren't even born when we first started playing concerts. So I wouldn't consider us part of that, but I do think British music has improved recently. I don't know why.
Yeah, let's step into history. How did you get in touch with music? How did you know that you had to be a musician?
I don't know. I mean, I always liked it from being a young child, but you know, lots of people dream about being a pop star and pose in front of the mirror going like that. But I just never grew out of it, I suppose. I had to do it for real. I mean, for a long time, I thought I'd made a terrible mistake because, you know, we were very unsuccessful for a long time. It's only in the last couple of years that I realised I was right to do it.
How did you start your career? How does it come? Tell me.
We started like most bands start, you know, we all went to school together, and I wasn't any good at football or anything like that, so I had nothing to do on a Friday night. So my mother used to go out of the house to drink with her friends, so I invited some of my friends over and I said, let's have a band. And it was more just an excuse to have some friends around the house, really, to try and get some friends. But we all had instruments and we played them through the hi-fi, and it sounded like... And we just kept doing it until it started to sound like music, and that's how it started. I mean, lots of bands start like that. It was just something to do, because we were bored. Sheffield's quite a boring city, you know, not much to do.
What does mean success for you?
Success? Well, the main thing that I'm proud of in our success is the fact that we were around for a long time, and we've persevered at doing the same thing, and we've managed to achieve our success without altering ourselves. You know, we haven't altered ourselves to fit in with the times, and for a long time that was a problem for us because everybody just thought, go away. And so it means a lot more if you eventually get success on your own terms without having to, you know, wear a wig or do something really pathetic or do some crap cover version of a 1960s tune like everybody else does, but put a disco beat behind it. You know, so we did it in our own, we did it our way, and that's something to be proud of.
Some aspect of it's the thing that you're very special, proud of, a very personal, special success, one thing?
Oh, well, so you think that's what spoils people when you start to take success? I mean, personally, in my personal life, I haven't achieved any success. I still have problems in my relationships and stuff like that. But that's all right. See, that's what spoils people, is that, of course, when you're successful, you can indulge all your fantasies and you can be very self-indulgent, and that's what turns a person wrong. I think you should treat your success as something, not just an excuse to pamper yourself. You should use it in some way. Don't know how, but just try and use it rather than just use it as a mirror to look at and say, aren't I fantastic?
Yeah, you just spoke with relationship. I think it's always hard being a music star or a star in showbiz, have any relationship.
Oh yeah.
How do you work that out?
I don't. That's how I say, it's a big problem.
You don't have a girlfriend? Or?
Oh yeah. Yeah. but she doesn't like me.
Is she always with you when you're on tour? Or?
Oh no. Oh no, touring, that would be terrible. I'd kill myself. It's two separate worlds. You can't mix business and pleasure.
Why not?
It just doesn't work. From my experience, I've tried it, it just doesn't work at all. For me, you know, for some people I suppose they can do it, but I couldn't do it.
But how do you relax when you're on tour?
I don't. I just go crazy.
But what do you do when you have free time?
I went swimming today. You know, swimming, or sometimes go and look at churches or paintings, just like a tourist, really. Sometimes I'll play my guitar, and I also do like sleeping. Ich magte dich schlafen. Is that right? Ich magte schlafen. Möchte schlafen.
Do you like football?
Fußball?
Yes.
Sehr schön. Not particularly. I'd say I wasn't very sporty at school. I'll watch it. I mean, I know the European thing's on now, and I find that interesting because that's an event. But, you know, weekly football is boring. But I've watched a few matches, and it's funny, you know, I mean, I'm not nationalistic at all. I think there's nothing to be proud of being British, really, you know. But it's funny how when you are watching England play, even though you know you don't want to, you do want them to win. It's funny how somehow buried within you there must be some kind of little organism that makes you want your country to win. Strange.
Yeah. What are your future plans?
Future plans? Well, you know, this is the first day of us playing in Germany. We play in Germany for about 2 weeks, and then we do festivals, and then I get home, and then I'm going to buy a new bicycle, and I'm hoping to have, you know, I want to have like a proper summer. I want to go out a lot, I want to ride my bicycle a lot, I want to go camping and do all the things that you always think that you're going to do in summer but you never get around to doing.
I just read that the magazine 19 named you as the most unerotic man of the year.
Unerotic?
Yeah.
Oh,
what does it mean to you?
It means I won't be shagging any 19-year-old girls. I'll just go for the younger ones.
You once were the most sexiest man.
No, not in those kind of magazines.
Oh, you were a sexy
Only
man.
in alternative magazines. 19 is a magazine in England that's like for 19-year-old girls, teenage girls.
It's like Bravo.
Something like that, yeah. Well, maybe we could have one more, because I'll have to go and do the sound check.
What you make, what we need is for coming soon is statement.
ID.
Not an ID, but you don't have to name the channel or the program. It's just inside the program. It's a coming soon. See you soon. Stay tuned.
Right.
Something like that.
Okay.
See us live on stage in Berlin.
Okay. And what's this program called again?
Bravo TV.
Bravo TV. Right. Okay.
But it's still in the program. It's some kind of index to show what's in the show.
We're rolling, aren't we?
We're rolling.
Hello, viewers. My name's Jarvis Cocker, and I sing in the group Pulp. And you can see me on this very program coming up very soon. So stay tuned.
Great, thank you.
All right,
All
okay,
right.
I'm going to go make some noise. It's very painful on your backside, the stairs.
Child, good tonight.